Namaskar. This is me, Neha Goyal from Neha Goyal Dream Reading. I welcome you all to the second day of 21 days, 21 ways to transform. And for all of you who have just joined in, I'm doing a series for the coming 21 days, now 20 in fact, it began yesterday, where I, as a transformation coach, a tarot reader, numerologist, and a DNA astrologer, will be putting across 21 days, one way each day, helping us to transform our life together and grow as an individual at all levels, mind, maybe body, as well as soul. Because when it comes to the well-being of a human being, each of these three dimensions really matter a lot, which is mind, the way we think, the way we perceive the world, body, which is this, our physical vehicle in our experience of day-to-day life, and soul, which is the deep understanding with which we exist in this universe, on this earth as human beings. Now today we are on the second day, and you can catch the first day and all the entire series I will be uploading day-to-day basis on my YouTube channel, which is by the name Neha Goyal Dream Reading. Please follow my link on Instagram. My handle is by the name of Neha Goyal, Nehaagoyal. And you can also join me on my Facebook page, which is by the same name, Neha Goyal Dream Reading. While you are watching me on YouTube, all the links are mentioned in the description below. And I humbly request you to forward this link across such that many people can join in. This is free of cost. And this is what we require at the moment. A small little thing which I can sow a seed of in all of our brains and grow together in what seems like a tough time for humanity. So together, let's begin this live for growth, or this video for growth, depending upon where you're watching me. Yesterday we spoke about the importance of story and how each one of us is surrounded by various stories irrespective of what culture we belong to. What I would further like to mention to that is also that the story of ourselves that we repeatedly tell to others and to ourselves also, that decide the way or the experience of our life as well. If we are constantly telling the story of being a victim, then victimhood and more experiences of that is attracted towards our life and our experiences. But if our story we are telling from the point of view of empowerment and all those changes that we were eventually able to make in our life, the areas of life which we were able to change, this is the way we tell our story, then we will introduce more areas of empowerment into our life. I welcome you all on this YouTube video, and going forward, the topic of today. So in 21 days, 21 ways of transforming your life, we are on the second day and the second way. Now, if you are somebody like me, you're also one of those who wants to see the effect of their action. So if there is anything which I take up in life, I would like to see that what are those changes which it has bring about in my life. This made me go to something which is something that I really wanted to see, that what are the stories that I can bring about from mythology to see where we can plug in this idea of manifestation, which actually took me back to the very story of creation as told in Hindu mythology. In fact, irrespective of whichever mythology you pick up, every mythology has one thing in common. They say that in the beginning there was nothing. There was no heaven, there was no earth, there was no ground, there were no creatures, there were no species, there was nothing. Then in the Bible it is written, then came the sound of the Logos, which is word. In the Hindu mythology though, it is written, then came Kama, Kama means desire. And through this desire, everything came into being. There was a desire of experience, and from that, everything came into being. In fact, the story, the Hindu story or the Vedic story of creation is that Lord Vishnu was in a limbo. He was in a blissful, trance, not caring about really what is happening around him. While he was in this trance, from his navel came out a lotus. And from that lotus came out Brahma. Brahma didn't know what to do. Why was he here? Who is he? Where is he? He had this desire of knowing that what is the reason of his manifestation. That's when Vishnu advised him to go into a deep, deep tapasya, or what we today call manifestation, which he did. Brahma went into this deep meditation to figure out that why am I here? There is a story before that also, that he goes into the expanses above, expanses below, expanses right, expanses left to see that where he is, and he couldn't find anything, which in fact scared him further. That's when he went into, as advised by Vishnu, he goes into this deep meditation. And from beyond that deep meditation, he gets this purpose of creating the universe. So, as the story goes, he plucks one part of the lotus with which comes the heavens. He plucks the other part of the lotus from which comes earth, and the third part of the lotus from which comes water. The sky. And that is how the universe has been created. Now, why is it that this story is very relevant in the second way, which I want to bring forward to you? See, we all have a lot of time right now. I don't know about you, but if I was you, I would want to put this time or utilize this time into manifesting what I desire. This is a topic, in fact, which I have picked up extensively in my WhatsApp workshop of manifestation. So if you want to join in, you can let me know that. It's on WhatsApp. You can do it at the comfort of your home, and it's not even very costly. So now, what is this second way? The second way is nothingness. Let me explain it to you further. Because to a lot of us, in fact to me in the beginning, it sounded very complicated. How do I go into nothingness? I was scared of it. I was scared. Why? I was scared of all those things which I thought, all those activities, which I thought, all those efforts which I thought that I would have to go into, or I will have to put into, for me to go into nothingness. But here's an easy trick. First of all, let me explain you the importance of going into nothingness. Now let me give you another example to explain it further. Say you are an artist and you are known in this world for making beautiful paintings. Those paintings which are admired by everybody around you and is admired by you as well. There is an entire process which you go through. You go into the depths of your creativity to create that painting. And before that, you have to vision that painting. What is it that you want to draw? But the fact is that till the time you do not have an empty canvas, you cannot create anything new. That is the importance of nothingness. Till that our mind is a canvas. From that, we are so powerful that we can create anything. But if our mind is not empty, what we are doing is that we are not breaking the cycle, and we are basically creating from the same effect, we are creating something new. Therefore, the result is not really going to be what you want it to be. Let me give you another example. Say, for example, there's a party at home and you want to make chapatis. But you also want some flavors in chapati. You want to make a methi chapati, you want to make a palak chapati. Isn't it? The dough remains the same, but the ingredients in it, they keep changing. But you will have to go back to that dough To make a palak chapati, you will have to go back to that dough which doesn't have methi in it. To make a palak chapati, you will have to go back to the same dough which doesn't have, the other ingredient in it. So you have to go back to that which contains nothing in the beginning. That is the importance, that is the idea of having nothing. Because if you are currently creating from a belief system which so far hasn't worked for you, which so far hasn't given you all that which you want to manifest in life, basically nothing new will get manifested. If you are coming from a space of fear, more fear will be created. Why? Because our basic dough is that of fear. If we are coming from a space of self-worthlessness, then what we are putting across or what we are manifesting from that worthlessness is also based on self-worthlessness. Why? Because the basic canvas is of self-worthlessness. So now, is it possible for us to go from self-worthlessness suddenly to being worthless? To feel a lot of worth? I don't know about your experience, but I say that it takes its time. And I have worked with many people and I know that that's how it is. It will take time. It's not that you will take one workshop. Today you are dealing with self-worthlessness. By taking a workshop, tomorrow you will suddenly change. It doesn't happen like that. So what's the trick? How can I make my life easy? And what is that hack which I can give to you to make your life easy? You're all intelligent beings, and I am absolutely sure about that. Let me ask you a question. What is that time in which we as human beings, in fact it has been gifted to us by the heavens or whatever energy that you believe in, that one time when we go into nothingness even without knowing? Yes, there is a time for which we don't have to make a lot of effort, but we do go into nothingness. And from there, right after that, we can create. You've heard about it. You're intelligent. For a lot of you who've been working with me for a long time, you know we have spoken about it. So please write in the comment section. What is that one time where voluntarily we go into that nothingness on a daily basis? Yes, that is the time when we sleep. That is the importance of sleeping. When we sleep, we go into nothingness. As far as mind is concerned, as far as emotions are concerned, as far as attachment is concerned. Of course, we still have dreams and there is still movement happening inside us, otherwise we will die. But that is an opportunity we are given every night to have a clean slate. Now, what is the immediate next action that we take after sleeping? Immediate next action. Because the glory of our manifestation or the easiness of our manifestation lies in that time. From nothingness to, from sleep to, right after we wake up. Not a second here, nor a second there. The first thought that we have has the propensity of manifesting at a much higher rate than you can imagine. And as I just explained to you in the story, that is the importance of nothingness. And then the first manifestation, the first thought that we have after waking up. Right? So, what affects this first thought after waking up? The activity that we do right before sleeping. That's the second way, day 2, way 2. The activity which you do right before sleeping, sacred souls, if you make that in tandem with what you want to manifest, and in a positive way, the first thought that you will have will be of a positive way of that manifestation. And that will have the propensity of manifesting at a much higher rate in comparison to anything. As I have already explained through the story, that is ancient wisdom. However, science has proven it as well. Right after we wake up, we are in a theta state. And while we are in a theta state, we are much connected to the universe and its rhythm. Therefore, the thought that we have is almost like an arrow which has been shot. Any arrow which is shot has to have an effect. So the first thought that you have will definitely have an effect. Will definitely manifest something for you. And as I said, I don't know about you, but there has to be results. We have to see results in our life. After all, as I explained, that we are made on a batter of desire, because what came out first was desire, and from that desire we all came out. So no matter how hard you try, desire is inbuilt in our core for all of us. So let's not deny it. We do have desire. Even waking up is a desire. Even a want of moksha is a want, it's a desire. Even the want of being in a different dimension, or let's say being in blissful state, or meditating, or mingling, or entwining with the creator or creation, irrespective of which culture or religion that you believe in, is a desire. So we cannot really take away the core, which is desire, which is what, apart from the creator's energy, we are made of desire as well, right? Now that we have woken up and we know the importance of having a first thought of the day, for which we will work a day before or the night before, it is important to have a good morning, a self-serving morning routine as well. In fact, I was watching a movie. It's called The Everest. You all might have seen it, maybe not, I don't know. But in that movie, or in fact through that movie, I understood the importance of having a base camp. In fact, I think Robin Sharma has also said that in one of his books. Now, the importance of base camp is that no matter how many levels these climbers were able to cross to reach the peak of Mount Everest, they kept coming back to base camp to relax, to reset themselves, to repair themselves, to see what else would they need on their journey above. So they might have gone to the level 1, they came back to the base camp to relax. 2, they came back. 3, they came back. And that is the importance. Our mornings are our base camp. It allows us to set the pace for the entire day. And we all are in a different setup, right? Like mothers are in a different setup. Mothers who are working are in a different setup. Fathers are in a different setup. If we are not married, we are in a different setup. If we are married, we are in a different setup. If we are parents or son's daughter, all of our responsibilities are different. And I completely understand that. But the base to that, right after our first thought, what we do will affect our last thought, or what we will do towards the end. If we have woken up with a violent thought, we have basically woken up with something which is shaking in us. We do land up having a fight with people around us, or just live in general irritability. How do we get ourselves back in the rhythm? That will decide our last thought. So how we get ourselves back into the rhythm is by putting a rhythm to our morning routine. In fact, let me not call it a routine. Let me call it our morning habits. So when you wake up, a general thing which I follow, of course you can customize it for yourself. But a general thing which I follow is, as soon as I wake up, I look at my palms, because it is said that our entire the entire cosmos or our entire destiny is in our palms. So I thank whoever I want to thank. And by doing that, I'm also putting in an energy of gratitude into whatever that I feel gratitude for. And then I step down. I first I first thank the Mother Earth for giving us space. Then when I get down, I have a glass of water. and I simultaneously put on something which I want to listen in the morning. For me, it is, some hymn. Earlier, I was listening to a few talks. So whatever it is, but positive, something which sets space for me is what I listen in the morning while brushing my teeth. After that, I have my cup of tea. I take a good dump. And then I get into a habit of doing a small meditation. I mean, to be very honest, for me, I don't feel meditation has to be for a very, very long time for me. Earlier, I used to do meditation for 20, 25 or 15 to 20 minutes. Now I've been doing it for 5 to 10 minutes because I'm in a habit of it. So it's a lot easier for me to get connected or go into that nothingness. So you can pick up a gratitude meditation. There are a lot of meditations on my YouTube channel also. You can pick any of those, or generally on YouTube, there are a lot of meditations. You can pick that. I play this music, by the way. This music is very relaxing. If you want me to send you this music, it's available on YouTube. I can send you the link. So basically, I relax. I come back to myself. I pull myself back from all past, present, future thoughts, worries, etc. Everything I assimilate, and I thank my spine for giving me the energy for the day. And then I read something, depending upon what it is. At times it is something in relation to a course, or something in relation to what I don't do is usually that I do not watch any news update ever. So there were times when I was working, my habit was to see the email first thing in the morning as soon as I wake up. But even while I was working, I dropped myself from that habit, and I first set my day before checking my emails. Definitely, I will not watch any of those news updates first thing in the morning, or even messages, WhatsApp messages, whatever. Set the pace, then get on to your work, because you've just come back from nothingness. You have this immense opportunity to create your life. Why will I want to create my life looking at the statistics of what is happening currently, or what's the latest in terms of mayhem around? I wouldn't want to manifest that in my life. I would want to manifest a beautiful life, a centered life, love and energy for all, including myself. So, second way is the importance of nothingness, the first morning thought, which depends upon the last night's thought, and the routine that you set for yourself in the morning. Very easy. This is all that you have to do. Even if out of all of these 21 days, if you want to pick up one, pick this up, because this will really set a rhythm to your being, to your life. I also do some pranayam exercises, which are breathing exercises, once again geared up to center myself and keep myself. I drink water to keep myself hydrated. So I have taken care of my mind by listening to what I want to listen to, my body by hydrating it, and my soul by meditating. And that's the suggestion that I wanted to give to you all also, to bring about a transformation in your beautiful life. In fact, after all, we do have time now. We don't have to rush to work because there's no traveling time. There are so many things which are not there. So let's get on to the bandwagon. So wherever you are watching me, please share this video and help out others. There is a day one, way one also. You can go back on my YouTube channel and watch that for the first hack. And today is the day 2, so that's the way 2. Tomorrow we'll be covering some other way. Invite your friends to this transformative sessions, which will be happening every day. 2 days have already happened, and now will be the rest of the days. Let's grow together. Please follow me on Instagram. My handle is Neha Goyal, NEHAAGOYAL. My YouTube channel is Neha Goyal Dream Reading, and so is my Facebook page. All the links are mentioned in the link below. For a lot of you, you asked me that what I'm doing these days, is it the same as the 21-day WhatsApp workshop? Well, that workshop is going to be it's different from this, because that's going to be highly customized. There are going to be personal sessions in that also. So that is completely different. This is me coming on board, giving you 21 ways to hack your life. If you are somebody who wants to work on yourself for these 21 days, this is your space. If you want to work on yourself in a much more higher and a customized manner, then you can enroll in that workshop. Just to clarify. I will see you soon. Namaskar. Radhe Radhe. So now, let me pick up the questions, if any. However, if you're tuned in, if you have any question, please type into the comment section. Okay, I'm just looking at the comments. First, thank you so much for tuning in. And for all those who shared it with their friends, you've done a good deed. After waking up, Soumya says that after waking up, she really feels fresh. That is amazing. Yes, Mohit, it is sleep. Sleeping time, yes. I'm just seeing this. Well, you guys are so intelligent. You already know. Amazing. I'm blessed to be surrounded by souls like you.